Time next for our Entre Nous segment, or Between Us in English. And last week I promised you something sweet each Wednesday for the next month. Today I'm pleased to welcome pastry chef Aurélien Cohen. Now, Aurélien got his start sharing user-friendly tutorials online and now gives his very own masterclass at his boutique in Agnières-sur-Seine on the outskirts of Paris. He also won the Food de Pâtisserie trophy in the public choice category for his cacahuète cookie. Firstly, Orelia, thank you so much for coming on here to the set at France 24. What is so great about this cookie that won this award?
Well, I guess you would have to ask the people who voted for it. But in my opinion, it's that it's the perfect blend of something sweet but not too sweet and very tasty. You have a basic chocolate chip cookie with the praline peanut and caramel.
And were you always passionate about sweets when you were young?
And not at all.
So you don't have to like sweets to become a pâtissier?
Well, I do like sweets,
Okay.
but pastry, like the real pastry, wasn't in my world when I was a child. And it came to me around 18, and it became a real passion and never let go since.
So you brought with us stuff. I see you brought cookies. You want to start with cookies? What makes...
Yes.
Is it difficult to bake cookies?
No.
What's the secret to a good cookie?
I actually started pastry with chocolate chip cookies, and it's really simple. You just have to have a good recipe, good chocolates, good ingredients, and you can make great cookies in like half an hour at home.
But what are some of the mistakes that people tend to make when making cookies?
Very often they over-mix the dough, and the cookie can become a little bit too crispy or too chewy, but not in the...
So you shouldn't mix it too much?
No, not too much. And give it a little bit of rest before baking it.
And sharing your knowledge is clearly something that you like to do. This is why you got your start. Is that why you're drawn to social media?
That's why I was drawn to it, yes. I was actually more looking at what people did. And I remember when Cédric Grolet started to become really famous on Instagram. And so I started like this with nothing in mind. And people liked my videos and my recipes. So I'm here today.
And I see you got 2 jars of something.
Yes.
What is that?
That's 2 spreads. So we have one chocolate and hazelnut that I called Mademoiselle Noisette, so Miss Hazelnut, and one with pistachio because I'm quite famous for my pistachio pastries in general. And that's actually our best seller.
It's pistachio cream?
It's like pistachio praline, so pistachio, caramel, a little bit of white chocolate, and you just spread it on your
I just
toast.
discovered pistachio cream last year. I don't know.
It's like pistachio cream, but even better because you have less sugar and more pistachio.
So let's talk about this less sugar phenomenon, because
Yes.
of course people now want to be healthier and eat better and consume less sugar.
Yes.
Do you tend to do you feel that that's one of the challenges for you as a pâtissier?
Yes, because sugar is good for you if you don't consume it too much. But clearly, sugar is not the best thing that you put in your pastries. It's necessary to be sweet, but I prefer to to taste the fruit or to taste the cream or the chocolate than the sugar. So I always keep this in mind. Can I put less sugar in my recipe? If I can, then I remove it.
Because sometimes the sugar can be too overpowering.
Yes, and very often the reason why you have too much sugar is because it costs less than anything else.
That's true. Let's talk about some of the videos which I've seen of yours. You make everything look very easy. And it's difficult to get that result which you have, the end result you have, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's not something that you learn overnight. It takes quite a few years to master everything. And even now I learn every day. So it looks easy because we know what we are doing, and of course it's a video, so we don't show our mistakes. But
are you making mistakes?
Of course.
You are making.
Yeah, of course.
You know how to edit well. Let's talk about spreads, because you told us about the mistakes people make when they're making cookies. What about if people make their own spreads? What are some of the common mistakes?
Maybe they don't always have the right tools, so you need to have a really good mixer for it. and just find a good recipe, not too much sugar. For me, it's like 50% hazelnuts, so you can taste the difference.
I checked out your Instagram. You have over 300,000 followers. That's a substantial amount of followers on Instagram. What's it like to know that you're inspiring people with your work?
It's amazing because there are so many people and pâtissiers who inspired me and who made me want to become a pâtissier myself.
Who are some of your inspirations?
Some that come to mind is Cédric Grolet, Philippe Conticini, Pierre Hermé, Christophe Michalak. They are very famous, of course, and it's a bit cheesy to name them, but it's true. And I remember the first time I ate a macaroon from Pierre Hermé, and I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life. So it's I'm quite fortunate to be in a position that I can inspire some people.
Now, Aurélien, you have a master class
Yes.
which you do. What's the type of profile you want to come to learn from you?
Everyone, people who are very committed to pastry, and people who are just here to learn a little bit more about their favorite pastries. They don't need to have any degrees or any experience.
And this is a 4-hour course?
Yes, and they learn 2 complete recipes, so 2 pastries. And some of them probably won't make it at home because they don't want to spend as much time, but they have fun.
And are you doing these courses in English or in French?
Mostly in French, sometimes in English when I have enough demand. And when people don't speak good French, I'm always able to translate during the class, just like I had last Saturday, somebody from Japan. And it's always fun for me. I get to practice my English.
Your English is perfect, but I see you brought something else. What's in that
Yes,
box
of
there?
course. So I have a few things. I have a cake, so chocolate hazelnut.
That looks too pretty to touch.
No, you need to touch it, otherwise you miss out. But I have some teddy bears, so there are chocolate marshmallows. So,
Yeah.
And you have a blonde chocolate, so dulce chocolate. You have vanilla and pecan praline. So very, very good. It's one of my best sellers. I have a few chocolate tablets with hazelnut praline, pecan praline, pistachio praline, and a few cookies as well.
Looks all delicious. Thank you very much, Aurélien, for
You're
coming
welcome.
into us. Now you can
My
check
pleasure.
out Fou de Pâtisserie's website. The address is foudepatisserie.com, as well as check out Aurélien's Instagram page. It's at Aurélien Cohen, and you can find that on Instagram.